Well, hello there. This is Whackasm, and welcome to Whackasm Solo Gaming Adventures. This is Scenario 5 of the Gunslinger campaign for Dice Throne Adventures. It is a portal crawl. Let's show the progress so far. So, yeah. I need to stop saying so. Alright. We are in Session 5, Scenario 5. I guess you could lose, so the scenario and session may not always match up. But this is how we're doing so far in a normal campaign. 29, 23, 34, 29. Let's see how we do. Let's go. Alright, so this is the initial setup. The only change I had to make to fit on the table is with this portal crawl. If you look at the setup, these starting portals are supposed to go out to the left. I just made them go down. It's basically the exact same path. I still would have to go to this square no matter what to be able to pass through. This portal crawl setup seems pretty straightforward. There's only 3 optional rooms. I think that's less compared to the other ones I've done so far. I'm not 100% sure. So we're probably going to end up going for a full clear again, which means that I'll either have to do one of these, this one, and this one, but I can do those out of order. Everything else is on the path to the boss room. All right, so for my first move, I am just going to explore this first. Oh, actually, before my first move, I have to draw my first 4 cards. Whoops. Which I already did. These are the 4 cards that I'm starting with. Take cover, revolver 2, tip it, and twice as wild. Everything else is set up. 35 health for solo, 2 CP points, 15 starting gold. And I have 7 salves because that is what I ended the last game with. Alright, so now I'm going to explore this first portal. Thornbush, I'm going to roll dice. On a 1 or 2, discard 1 positive effect. 3-4, gain barbed wire. 5-6, gain gold. I have no idea what barbed wire is, so we might end up having to look that up. Let's find out. So on a 6, I gain a gold. I guess not too bad. Alright, and then I have to encounter this first minion. So let's do that. First minion is a serpentine. They start with 2 CP, which means that potentially they might be a good target for my knockdown. We'll see. They start with 9 health. Okay. And that's it. No first strikes, so I get to start my phase first. So at the beginning of my turn, do the upkeep. I always get a reload. That's the Gunslinger's passive quick draw. I'm going to get 1 CP and get to draw a card. Alright, better D3. The chosen player may change the values of any dice rolled. So this is the epic loot I got in my last game. Better D is not the greatest for me, but it could potentially help me get an achievement, which I haven't really covered yet. But I'll cover them maybe at the end of this scenario or maybe at the end of the first campaign. We'll see. Anyway, I'm probably just going to discard this immediately to draw another card. And instead, I got a transference 3, which lets me transfer status effect. Okay, so I do have 3 CP. So I am going to start getting my powers out first. The first power I'm going to get out is my upgraded Take Cover 2. We like this just because it gives us more options to do with our dice if we don't get the rolls that we want. Plus, I do like this mark the target. Gaining evasive, inflicting bounty is a very good, starting option. against a lot of monsters and bosses. All right, and that is it for cards I'm going to play, because that's all I can afford. I could discard some cards, but I'll hold off until I need to do it. So I will attack. Okay. Not the best starting roll. I don't know if I can kill them in one attack with what I have. Maybe if I get Fan the Hammer on their defensive roll, they don't block anything, they just inflict stuff to us. Obviously, we prefer to do undefendable damage. I don't have any cards that deal extra damage, so I will. Let's see. 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll go for this Fan the Hammer. Maybe I can kill them in one turn and get the 2 evasive. That would not be a bad start. So I'm looking to get a 4. I do have a Tippet, which could help me if I need to use it. Hopefully I don't have to. So second roll is a 3. Do I want to tip it? That's the question here. I will. I'm not excited to do this, but I will do it. Start off strong. So we have a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to use my Fan the Hammer, which is right here. Gain 2 evasive. And I'm going to deal 7 plus, and we're hoping to get a 2 on this reload, which means I have to roll a 3 or higher. And I did it. So I'll be attacking with 10 damage. They only have 9 health. They do get a defensive roll. And on any red, they inflict poison to me. And they don't even inflict any poison. So that's it. The Serpentine dies. I take no damage. I do get a reward. So we will roll on the reward table. Where did I put that 20-sided dice? I rolled an epic 1, which just gives me. I need to flip this over to the correct side. It just gives me a +1 damage token. Okay, not the worst start. Let's see if we can keep up this momentum. All right, so we're just going to explore onto the next tile here. Cascade Cliffs. Remove all status effects from the active player and draw 1. Oh, okay, so I'm going to lose the 2 evasive I just got. But I do get to draw a card, so I guess there's something positive. And I get a quick draw during my upkeep phase. Oh, okay, this is a passive upgrade for me. Costs 2 CP. Lets me reload lets me re-roll my reloads, which is good. We like this. We're going to try to get this out as soon as possible. Okay, so I now have to fight another level 1 common monster. This is a Treg Lackey. Actually, I didn't think about doing this. I'm just curious. Curious if I can fit it into the show card. Okay, yeah, this might be better to do in the beginning. Treg Lackey. This is what it's doing. Does get a defense roll which prevents damage. Starts with 12, but 0 CP, which means it's a good knockdown target. So we'll see if I can get the knockdown. First, I'm going to take my turn, upkeep. Going to get my reload. Second phase, draw CP. And draw a card. I get my showdown upgrades. So I have a lot of upgrades to get out. So hopefully I can get that out. Feel like I'm going to need to start inflicting bounty as well. but I don't have my ability to do knockdown and bounty in the same roll, so we'll see. Yep, so I can't put anything out unless I discard a card. I don't think it's worth it to discard yet. So I will just start my attack. Remove those. Alright, that's not a strong roll yet. I don't think I have the card that takes advantage of it, so let's see what I can do. 6, 5, 4. If I want to get my knockdown out, my only source of knockdown right now is with 6s, so that's what we're going to go for. Well, I risk a lot if I roll again, even though I want that knockdown. Actually, I didn't set up their HP. Let's do that real quick. 12 HP, no CP. Okay. Do I gamble with this? I am not going to gamble. I am just instead going to take the mark the target and inflict bounty. This way I can get a little bit more CP. And we'll see how well this goes. This enemy does steal gold if it defends. But it only does 5 undefendable damage if it succeeds in its attack. So we'll just hope that it doesn't. It probably will, but we'll find out. So anyway, I'm going to get 2 evasive and inflict it with bounty. And now it's going to take its turn. So it is aiming for a white, 2 yellow, and a red. It's got its white, 1 yellow, and a red, so it just needs 1 more yellow. And it failed twice. Oop, I just dropped the dice on the floor. That's not good. Alright. I don't remember what it rolled, but it definitely did not roll a yellow. So that's good. How blurry is this, by the way? I feel like my dice are blurrier than normal. Give me a second. Okay, so sorry about that. So they did not hit their goal. Did not get their second yellow on their rolls. So they do nothing. It is now my turn. So at the beginning of my turn, I get a CP. I get to draw a card. Sorry, I was using this tippet just to test the focus. This is the card that I'm trying. Change the value of one of your dice to be identical. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, so I'm getting close to the hand limit. But I am going to spend 2 CP right now to put out my quick draw 2, which lets me re-roll my reloads. And now I'm going to attack. So I'm hoping for knockdowns, which so far does not look like I'm getting. So I'm just 1, 2. I'm going to reload all my dice. Reroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, it's not what I wanted, but it is what I will take because I'm not going to get 4 6s in one roll. So that's going to let me roll my showdown, which basically, that's going to only roll my fan the hammer, which is going to give me 2 more evasive, which puts me at max evasive, and I get to deal 7 defendable damage. So they're going to roll 3 dice to defend. They prevent damage on yellows, and on a red, I lose a gold. They steal gold from me. So they do not prevent any damage. Oh, I'm an idiot too. Sorry, I forgot to take my reload, and I am going to spend both my reloads. I should have done this before the defense. I would have done it. I just forgot to do it. No point for me holding on to 2 reloads. Maybe 1, but not 2. So this is going to be 3. I actually lost. I probably should have just kept it. I would have been at 5. Oh well, that is my mistake. So 3 plus 1 is 4, so I'd be doing 11 damage. They didn't defend any, but I do lose a gold. So I am down to 15 gold. Had I not re-rolled that reload, they would have been dead. But it's my mistake, so I'll have to deal with it. Hopefully I don't regret it. I do. Oh, actually, no, they're not dead. Sorry. They actually, I mean, they still are dead because I do get +1 for my bounty. I haven't had bounty out in a while, so I forgot that's how that works. So I get +1 to all my attacks, plus 1 CP for the attack. So that puts them back up to 12 damage. They didn't defend, so they're dead. Have to remember bounty, 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 bounty. All right, so that is it for that encounter. I do get a reward, 1 common reward. So let's roll the d20. The 12. On a 12, I get a gold, so I get my gold back. All right, so the real question is, do I go for an upgrade early, or do I just go for the level 2? Let's do the level 2 first. Pillars of Salt. Spawn 1 blue monster, or alternatively roll a dice. On a 1 or 3, I spawn something stronger. On a 4 through 6, I gain 3 golds. Yeah, let's gamble. On a 4 through 6, I gain 3 gold. And I don't have to fight a monster, so that works. So instead, let's fight the monster on the purple. So I will immediately get this. So let's do that first. Let's roll the loot die. A 13 on the epic track is another 3 gold. Puts me at 22. And now I encounter this. A Twisted Forest, so I'm going to immediately get another 3 gold. I'm going to fight a level 3 monster, and you and a chosen teammate are inflicted with Entangle. Then you both receive 1 damage per positive status effect, which is going to be 3 damage. Alright, so Entangle just makes it so on my first turn, I can only reroll 1 extra time instead of twice. I'm pretty sure I'm correct. I might need to double check. Yeah, that's what that does. Okay. Not the worst. And 3 damage. I gotta remember to take the 3 damage. Okay, that puts me at 32 health. And we are fighting a Succubus, who does have first strike. They got a lot of stuff going on here. They deal defendable damage, which is good. You have 2 chaos. Spend them to heal the amount equal to the damage successfully dealt. Okay, that could be bad. At the start of your turn, gain chaos. And they do get a defense where they heal. and they also can inflict something called Parasite. I have not dealt with Parasite yet, so we'll have to look that up if I get inflicted with it. Okay, so the beginning of the turn, or yeah, beginning of the Portal Crawl turn, I could heal if I want to with a salve. I'm not going to. They have first strike, so they are going to take their turn first. So they're aiming for 2 whites and 3 yellows. And they get it on their first roll, so I don't need to roll anymore. They're going to deal 6 defendable damage. They don't have any chaos. Is there a chaos token? So at the start of their turn, they would have gotten this first chaos token. That's at the start, not at the end. Got to remember that. All right, so they're going to deal 6 damage towards me. So I could choose to evade, but first I'm going to choose to duel them. On a duel, we each roll dice. And I lose the duel. So basically, we compare the rolls. On the level 1 duel, if mine is greater than theirs, I would defend half, which I don't. So I do get to deal 1 damage to them, and I forgot to set this up. They start with 15 HP and 4 CP. So I do have 6 damage coming to me. I am going to try to evade it at least once here. I fail. I'll try to evade it again. I pass. So I do evade it. So I take no damage. And that is it for their turn. On the next turn, they will have a chaos. So on my turn, I get a reload during the upkeep. I get 1 CP. And I get to draw a card. Lets me re-roll a reload, which I have that passive now. So this is a good card to discard for extra CP, which I might do. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in my hands, so 2 upgrades. So let's do that. I'm going to immediately sell this reload to get 1 CP. Then I'm going to immediately spend 2 to upgrade my showdown. Actually, I'm going to upgrade my revolver first. This way I have an extra potential way to get knockdown out. Not that I'm going to need it against this boss, but who knows. I'm going to take my turn now. So I have a 6, 5, 4. So on their defense, they can steal health from me, or they can inflict me with Parasite. So let's look up what Parasite does. Parasite, if a player inflicted with this token has 1 positive effect, they receive 1 damage. Additionally, if they spend a positive effect status to successfully prevent, to avoid damage, remove Parasite, and they receive 3 damage as an isolated source of undefendable damage. I see. So basically, it's like a poison, but if I use an evade, I take more damage. So we don't like that. So I only get 1 extra reroll this turn because of this barbed wire. So what is my best course of action? I think with this roll, I am best going for mark the target or take cover. I think that's what I'm going to do. I already have the 3 yellow. So I'll keep a 5, a 4, and another 5, I guess. And I'll re-roll these 2. Alright, so I lose my barbed wire at the end of my turn. I am going to inflict them with bounty. and I'm going to get an evasive token back, or 2 evasive tokens back. And that is it for my turn. Not going to spend any more cards. So I could heal now if I wanted to. I'm not going to. They get their attack because they have first strike. So they're going to attack. 2 whites, 3 yellows is what they're going for. So they have their whites. They just need 2 yellows now. So they don't get any of their extra yellows, so they're going to be dealing 4 damage. They do have a second chaos, so they're going to try to heal 4 damage if they successfully get through. So first we're going to do my duel. I succeed in my duel. So this is an interesting case. If I take half the damage, they will have 17 health, and I'll take 2 damage. If I let the damage go through, I'll take more damage, but they'll be down 1 health total. I'll just block the damage. I'll take 2. They'll heal 2. I think that's a simpler way of doing this. And that is it for their turn. So it is my turn. So at the beginning of the turn, I will get a CP, and I will get to draw a card. Vegas baby, I roll a dice, I get half the value of CP, so let's just use this right now. So I get 2 CP. I'm going to spend 2 CP to just get my showdown upgrade out. And I think that's all I'm going to do for my main phase. So I'm going to attack. So I have a 6, 5, 4, 3, but want undefendable damage if possible. Oh, and I forgot to give myself a reload. So I think my choices are, I'm going to go for Bounty Hunter, or the Deadeye. Let's go for the Deadeye once, since I do have 2 reloads. So we don't want them to defend. Okay, so I'm almost there with the Deadeye. I can guarantee it with a samesies if I fail, so I will just re-roll the last 2 dice. I do fail, so I will use my samesies. I will turn my 4 into a 6, and that will let me inflict knockdown and 6 undefendable damage. I will use both my reloads to try to increase that. So currently I'm dealing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I will keep that damage. I will spend this +1 to make it 12. Plus I have my bounty, which gives it +1, and I get a CP. So altogether, I believe that's 13, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. They have 17 health, so they go down to 4 health. Okay. So that is it for my turn. They are going to take their turn now. They attack. 1 yellow, 1 white. 2 yellow, 2 white. At the beginning of their turn, they also get their chaos token. So 2 yellow, 2 white. Sorry, at the beginning of their beginning of their turn, they get rid of their knockdown token. Puts them at 2 CP combat points. They're going to be dealing 5 damage towards me. I will try to duel them first. They don't heal this time. We tie. So on a tie, I don't defend, so I just deal 1 damage to them. So I will try to evade the 5 damage. I'll try to evade it a second time. I'll try to evade it a third time. I do evade it. And that is it for their turn. So my turn, I get a reload during the upkeep phase. I draw a card. Roulette lets me randomly do something. Some type of damage or status effect to them. And I get a CP. So I'm not going to play any cards. I have 3 cards in my hand. I'm going to attack. So I have a 1, 2, 3, 4. We are trying to make it so that they don't defend. So what we want is either Bounty Hunter or Deadeye. Or if they are going to defend, we want Fan the Hammer, take cover to get the evasive. Think I'm going to risk and go for this Bounty Hunter, which I got, so we'll stop here. So I inflict Bounty, which they are already inflicted with it. I'm going to deal 1 undefendable damage, plus 1 more undefendable damage because of the bounty that's on them. I get a CP. And I'm going to use my reload. And it doesn't matter what I roll because they only have 3 hit points. So regardless, even if I roll a 1, they're taking 3 damage, which is going to put them at 0. So they are going to die. Bye-bye, succubi. And I do get a tier 3 loot. On a 7, I get to draw 2 cards. So Eat Lead lets me deal extra damage. Triple Up lets me draw 3 more cards. I will hold off on using that for now. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. We are going to fight a level 4 monster next. We have to. We don't have any other choice. We have to go through this tile to be able to get to the rest of the portal crawl. So let's do it. I do get the first dice piece. All right, Dragon's Den. To start with, I get 2 CP. I'm going to be fighting a level 4 monster. I can choose gold or treasure and then roll dice. If gold, gain gold equal to the roll value. If treasure on a 4 to 6, let's gain a level 4 loot. I don't have any loot so far. So yeah, I don't know how useful the gold's going to be this game other than for points unless I get good cards later on. So let's just go for the treasure, 4 to 6. And I got a 4. So I'm going to immediately get a level 4 loot on the loot track. Level 4 is just all cards, so it really depends on what I roll. And I roll a 6, which is not that exciting, so I get a common loot card. I do not get to look at it. So it's just this gonna, you know what? I'm gonna put loot here for now. That way, it's really annoying to have to put it underneath this. You know what? I'll do it correctly. Sorry. It's supposed to go underneath this. It's just a pain in the butt to do. All right, there we go. So I have one loot. I guess I'll that up so you can see it. All right, so now I fight something strong. Let's see what I fight. And I fight a corrupted rogue. So they do get first strike, and they start with 1 King's Hand token. They're rolling for straights. Let's see. So they deal damage based on their CP. So they start with 8 CP. The start of your turn, they gain 2 CP. On a failed offensive roll, they gain a damage boost and shadows. I don't know what shadows is. Probably not good, whatever that is. Defense, they roll 5. On 2 reds, they ignore all damage. On any other outcome, they steal CP. Alright, so this particular enemy seems pretty nasty. We're going to want to do a lot of undefendable damage. We're also going to want to knock down, probably. And since they're going for straights, there's a high probability that they will trigger their passive a lot. So let's look up what shadows is. Shadows. When a player with this token is damaged as a result of an opponent's offensive roll phase, no damage is received and no defense is made. Okay, well, that's not good. So shadows blocks all damage. Yeah, I probably should have just read the whole thing. When a player with this token is damaged as a result of the opponent's offensive roll phase, no damage is received and no damage is made. Although the attack still succeeds. Discard this token after the affected player starts and concludes a single turn while under its effects. So it automatically goes away, and it just automatically goes away. It doesn't even go away because of my damage, like an evasive or from a roll. It's really strong. It's even better than evasive, in my opinion. All right. So we want to try to avoid that, although we probably can take advantage of it a little bit too. I do have a transference, which will let me steal that 1 time. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can do something. So anyway, they start with 30 hit points, a whopping 8 CP. Okay, and they get first strike. So I could choose to heal with a salve before the fight starts. I'm not going to. So they are going to roll. They are going for straights. Okay, so they're going to keep this 3 and 4. And they're going to re-roll all these 6s. They're going to keep this 2 and this 1. So they now have a small straight, but they still need a 5. Which they get. So they are dealing 8 damage. Oh wait, they're dealing 10 because at the start of their turn they gain 2 CP. So they're dealing 10 damage. And that's it. They're dealing 10 damage. So first I'm going to do my duel. I succeed. So I'm going to reduce that down to 5. Puts me at 25. And that's all I can do. Okay, so it's my turn. Beginning of my turn, I get a reload. I'm going to draw a card. I get to remove a status effect. That could come in handy. I get a CP. I am going to use this roulette right away. On a chosen player, then roll 1, or roll 1 dice, choosing the bad guy. So I just deal 2 damage. Was kind of hoping to get an early knockdown or an early bounty. Next, I am going to use my triple up. Draw 3 cards. First card, So Wild. Second card, one more time. Third card is my upgraded Deadeye, which I will gladly accept. I will immediately play my upgraded Deadeye. That puts me at 6 hit points. Like to prevent them from stealing, but don't have a good way of doing that right now. So let's start the attack. Okay, 65522. I would not mind getting my evasive out and my bounty out, but the weird boss where they just get stronger and stronger. So also just inflicting a lot of damage early might be better. And they can ignore all damage if they roll 2 reds. That's an important piece to remember here. All right. Let's just go for the strong Deadeye. Let's see what happens. Actually, no. Let's go for getting bounty out first. Let's see what I can do with this next. Let's see what this next roll does. Okay, this puts me in an awkward position. This gives me my bounty hunter, but I could immediately deal. Yeah, we're gonna gamble for the Deadeye too. Actually, this is the first time I could do my ultimate. I've never done my ultimate, but I feel like the way the ultimate works is they get to use their, let me double check that. They get to use their King's Hand token the first time and force me to reroll a dice. I have not done my ultimate yet, so I just want to make sure. When targeted with an ultimate, if you activate an ultimate ability against the boss minion, roll 1 chaos die. Yeah, okay. Well, it's still probably worth going for. I've never done this. Feels like now is a good time. I suppose I should reroll this first and see if I naturally get it. That's what I should do. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. So I have a So Wild in my hand. It costs 2. It lets me change the value of any 1 dice. So I don't know, Super Saiyan noise. Rah! I don't know what this would. Okay, I guess I scream out, fill them with lead. So my ultimate, I gain evasive, I inflict a bounty, I inflict knockdown, then I'm going to deal 10 damage. However, before all that actually happens, they're going to use their King's Hands token. They're going to reroll a dice, and on a red. Just read this out loud. On a red, they forced me to reroll 1 dice. Oh wait, no. On a successful King's Hand, the scenario card tells me. That's right. So a successful King's Hand is a 3, 4, 5, or 6. So they have a pretty strong. Alright, so they forced me to reroll dice. But watch, I'm going to naturally reroll the 6. I didn't naturally reroll the 6. So I take everything back. I got a little ahead of myself there. But I still get the Deadeye 2, which lets me inflict the knockdown, deal 8 undefendable damage. It's still good. We'll take it. And then I'm going to use my reload. And we'll keep the 4. So 10 damage going to them. Not a bad attack. I am out of CP. So it is their turn. So the start of their turn, they gain 2 CP, but they have to spend 2. So to get rid of this knockdown. So they are staying at 10 CP. They are going to keep this 5 and this 3. So they end up with a 6, 5, 4, 3, and a 1. So they get their small straight. So they're going to deal 5 damage to me. It is defendable, so I am going to try my duel. I succeed. So I can turn that 5 to 2, or I could just deal 3 damage. I will reduce it to 2. That is it. That's all they do. So now it is my turn. During the upkeep, I get a reload, draw a card, Falcon 2. I am going to immediately discard this card to draw another card. I like this card. Problem is what to use it on. It does cost 2 CP, and I cannot spend it right now. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in my hand. Alright, I will keep this card for now. Okay. I get a CP. I attack. That's a pretty good starting roll. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go for the Deadeye 2 again. I guess we're gonna ignore getting bounty entirely, probably. Well, because even if I roll bad, I still get to do evasive, knockdown, and bounty. It's just no damage. So we're gonna roll 2. And we do hit the Deadeye 2 again. So we're gonna inflict knockdown, deal 8 plus 2, which is another 10 damage. It is undefendable. That is it for my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So they're going to take their turn. I could heal with a salve if I wanted to right now, but I'm not going to. You're going to keep the 4 and the 2. So with that last roll, they get a 1, 2, 3, 4. So they get the small straight again. So, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. But they get rid of the knockdown, which they gain 2 CP. They pay 2 CP at the start of their turn, so they stay at 10 CP. So they're dealing 5 damage to me again. I'm gonna use my duel. I lose this time, so instead I'm going to deal 1 damage to them. And I'm going to take the full 5 because I don't have anything I can do. And that's it. The rest of their passive does not go off. And it is my turn now. So I'm going to get my reload. Draw a card. You or a chosen teammate may reroll up to 2 dice. We will take it. I may have to discard a card, so I may just end up spending that. I do get a CP. Okay. So I need to do 7 damage. 6, 5, 4, 3. Can I force them to reroll? Is the question. I'll look through my discard. I can tip it if I fetch it if I need to. Chosen player may change the values of any dice rolled as a part of the roll attempt during their defense. No, I guess that doesn't work. Okay. So if I just go for straight damage. Alright, first I don't think I'm going to get the Deadeye this time. That would just make me instant kill. So instead, we're going to fan the hammer. We're going to try to fan the hammer. So I'm going to reroll this dice twice, and I'm looking for a 2. I don't get the 2, so instead we're going to do this showdown, which it's either 8 or 6 damage. First, I have to kind of do another duel. It's going to be 8 damage. But they get to defend, so they're going to roll 5 dice. And basically, oh, I didn't think about this. Well, I guess this works out. Let's see. So they do not ignore all the defense, but they do get to steal 2 CP from me. That puts me down to 0. But they take the 8 damage and they die. So that is it for Mr. Corrupted Rogue or Mrs. Corrupted Rogue. I think it's a Mrs. Her, I don't know. They don't tell you. You can only go by the image, but yes, I believe it's a she. Okay, so as a reward, I get a 4 loot. $16. So that puts me in the epic. Don't know if I'm ever going to get any legendary rewards. I don't know if they ever guarantee them or not, but so far, I have not seen any. Okay. So that is it for that encounter. I get to keep my reload. This goes away. All right, so I'm going to move forward. A pensive bath. I roll dice, and a 1 through 3, I gain Parasite. 4 or 5, I heal 4. On a 6, I heal everybody 3. I may re-roll this die for 1 CP per re-roll. Well, I have no CP, so let's hope I roll well. And I roll 4, so I heal 4. Which is good, because I needed some health. So, we are going to encounter a Dark Panther. It's another first strike monster. Deals lots of damage, and on 3 of the kinds, it inflicts bleed, and on defense, it also inflicts bleed. So it does not heal, and it only has 9 health. But it does have 4 combat points. Okay. All right. So on my turn, so at the beginning of the phase, I could heal. It has first strike, so it's going to attack first. So let's look up what bleed does first. Bleed. A player affected by this token must roll a dice during their upkeep phase. On 1/4, they're dealt 1 damage. On 5/6, they remove this token, and I can get bleed twice. Okay, not the worst. Not great, but not the worst. So it's rolling. It's trying to get all whites. which it gets 3 of. And it gets the other 2, but it does not get 3 of a kind. So it's just going to be dealing 8 damage. So first, I'm going to duel it. I win the duel, so I reduce that down to 4 damage. And that's it. Nothing else interesting happens there. So on my turn, I'm going to draw a card. Also going to get a reload. It's an upgrade. Inflict bounty, then deal 2, costs 1 CP. So since I gain a CP, I'm going to immediately spend the CP to just get that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I never got rid of a card. I should have done that at the end of my last turn. I am going to get rid of... What do I want to get rid of? I'll get rid of this Eat Lead, which gives me a CP. Okay. So I'm going to attack, and we're just hoping that I get a Deadeye 2 right out of the bat. And I don't. I would not mind getting Fan the Hammer to start building up some evasive tokens. So we'll go for that instead. So I need a 3. If I don't get a 3, I'll be having some problems. Okay. Well, this changes things. So instead, I'm going to go for the Deadeye 2. Okay, so with what I have, I can use my try again, reroll these 2 dice. And I will reroll one more time. I have to get rid of some of these cards anyway to make room, so kind of why I'm doing it. I'll probably regret that decision later, but... Alright, so I've failed. I probably should have just kept my bounty hunter. Oh well. So I can still do my enforcer, so we'll do that. We'll gain an evasive, inflict bounty, and knockdown. Definitely not ideal, but it is what it is. Dice do not always go your way. Alright, so that's the end of my turn. I'm not going to play any more cards. They're going to roll. They're going for all whites. So they get all 5, and they get 3 of a kind, so I get inflicted with bleed. And I did forget, they get rid of their knockdown. So they lose 2 CP. Okay, so I'm going to get 8 damage at me. Going to do my duel. I succeed, so it's 4 damage at me. You know what? I will try to evade the 4 damage. I succeed, but with their dice. And that's it. I believe the bleed happens during my upkeep phase. Yes. So on my turn, I get a reload, which I'm maxed out on. I draw a card. Actually, no, I do my bleed first. Take a damage on a 1 through 4, I believe. So I keep my bleed. Then I get a card. Another draw card. And I get a CP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in hand. So let's attack. Let's go for the Deadeye 2 again. I'll probably regret this. Alright, I'm going to stop here and instead just take the Bounty Hunter 2. So I inflict bounty again, which I already have. I get a CP, and I'm going to just deal 3 undefendable damage. And that's it. It's their turn. Well, now I could heal if I wanted to. I'm not going to. They're going for all whites. Feel like I took out the level 4 legendary monster easier than this panther. Okay, I am inflicted with bleed again. Stacks twice. Oh, I totally forgot to do my reloads. Hold on. I would have done at least 1 reload. I probably would have done both, actually. Oh, 4 damage. I won't re-roll just to make it fair. But I am curious if I would have killed him. I would not have. It would have came out the same way. Okay. So I got my extra bleed. I'm taking 8 damage. Let's duel. Fail. So I'm taking the full 8 damage unless nothing. Well, yeah, no. Yes, let's do that. I'm going to use a recall scroll for 2 CP. I'm going to pull out a better D3. Which lets me change my defense dice to anything that I want. I'll change it to a 6, which lets me reduce it by 4. And that is it. So, my turn. We had 0 CP. I draw a card. I get a wanted. I get a CP. I attack. So I'm only looking to get a Bounty Hunter 2. Which I get. So Bounty Hunter 2 gives me a CP, and then it's 3 undefendable damage, which kills the Panther finally. I did forget to do my bleed. Let's do that real quick. I take 2 damage. Okay. So this Panther took out a lot of damage. This was a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. I probably should have just forced the Deadeye early, but I didn't think it was going to be so hard. But I do get a reward 2, so let's see what I get. A 9. On a 9, I heal 2 points. I'll take all the healing I can get. So we are going to go up. We'll go here last, I think. See if I can get some more powers out. I'm probably gonna have to heal soon. But let's see what I encounter first. Actually, I have these 2 bleeds that I could transfer over. You know what? Let's just go make the bad decision to fight first. No, let's not do that. What am I saying? Let's do the blue. So first, I get 2 gold. And me and a chosen teammate discard 1 positive effect. Joke's on you. I have no positive effects. I do get a healing salve. Puts me at 8. Let's see what I'm fighting. I'm fighting a Wailing Banshee. 12 health, 2 CP. They deal collateral damage. Like undefended damage. I have to look up the meaning for that again. This damage is dealt to all opponents currently engaged with you. If you only have 1 engaged opponent, inflict silence. Okay, so silence could be bad, and I'm blinded. Let's see what blind does. The next time a player afflicted with this token concludes their offensive roll phase, they must remove it and roll 1 or 2. Under 1 or 2, their offensive roll phase fails and has no effect of any kind. Okay, not a great status effect. We might try to remove that. Okay, so let's fight. So I could heal. I'm not going to yet. The longer I wait, the more valuable the healing comes. I have an item that lets me heal more, so I'm hoping to get that out. But if I have to, I will. So, beginning of the game, or beginning of the turn, I will get a reload. I will draw a card. I get my Empower. Might just end up using that early. Was kind of hoping to use it against a boss, but it is what it is. Get a CP. So I am going to use my double up now. Lets me draw 2 cards. Get a reload. And my upgraded duel. We like that. So I'm going to sell this spin the chamber right away. Get a CP. Then I'm going to spend the 3 CP to get out my upgraded duel. Alright. Now I attack. Oh, sorry. So during my upkeep, I was also supposed to roll twice. So I get rid of one of these blinds. I take 1 damage. Actually, before... yeah, we're going to do that too real quick. Sorry. Before I roll, I was supposed to do this too. I'm going to sell this wanted card for 1 CP. I had to do this during my main phase. That's why before my roll, I just forgot about it. Remove a status effect token from a chosen player. I'm going to get rid of this blind token. And I'm still at 0 CP. Okay. Then I roll. I get a 5, 4, 2. So I could take cover immediately. They roll 2 dice, and on a red, they ignore all damage. We don't like that, but we do like getting some evasive. 5, 4. What is silence? Silence will determine what we want to do here. Okay, silence just stops you from using your straights. So we're going to roll once and see if we can get this fan the hammer. We need a 3, then a 1 or a 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So we're going to fan the hammer. We're going to get 2 evasive. We're going to deal 7 damage. They get to defend. They ignore all the damage. Can I do anything about that? I cannot. So, not great. So that's it. They ignore all the damage. I got my 2 evasive. It's their turn. They are going to attack me. They're going for all reds. They get 1. So they only get 1. So they also... Damage is dealt to all opponents currently engaged with you. If you only have 1 engaged opponent, inflict silence. So I do get silenced, I think, regardless. It's hard to tell if that's connected to the actual dealing of the damage. Actually, no. It says this damage is dealt to all opponents. So I'm not dealing any damage. So if you only have 1 engaged opponent, it would also deal silence, but it didn't deal any damage. They failed their roll. So they do nothing, I do nothing, they do nothing. So back to my turn. I get to draw a card. I can force them to re-roll. I get a CP. I get a reload token. I attack. Oh, I have to do my bleed first. This bleed is turning out to be worse than I thought it would be. Okay. I am going to go for the big guns here and try to go for the Deadeye, I think. I could go for the Bounty Hunter, which is not horrible, but getting knocked down, undefendable damage, and potentially a kill, I think is probably worth it. So since I didn't get any extra dice, I'm just gonna cut my losses. Clicked Bounty. I'm gonna deal 3 plus 2 reloads worth of damage. Gonna reroll both of these. So 3 plus 4, so 7 damage. I could kill them right now, but I'm not going to. 7 damage. That is it for my turn, so they're gonna attack me. So they get 4 of their reds this time. So they're doing 4 collateral damage. I believe I can evade collateral damage, but I gotta look it up. And that is in the other rulebook, the tiny rulebook. Collateral damage is not defendable, but it is avoidable. So we will try to evade it. We will try again to evade it. Fail both, so I am taking 4 damage plus I'm silenced. Does silence go away? Yes. Okay. Okay, that is the end of their turn. I am down to 7 health. Now it's getting dicey. Okay. First, I get a reload, and I roll for this bleed. The never-ending bleed. I get a card. Upgraded Fan the Hammer. I will cast the Fan the Hammer with the CP I just got. And it's the one that I had. I will attack. Can't use straights. So I could go for the take cover. Problem with that, they can evade. I do have a helping hand, but I have no CP, but I will have CP from the bounty. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the taking cover. I get 1 evasive. They get to defend. They do not. So they die. That's it. And I get a CP. So bye-bye Wailing Banshee. I get some loot. The 16 on the blue track, so I get 3 more gold. And that's it. The silence goes away. I'm gonna fight the purple. Fortunately, I feel like I'm gonna be forced to heal soon. So, instead of the purple, I'm gonna fight this legendary. Wait. Take the salve. Put this back. Reasoning is because I get 1 more health now for the salve, and I'm gonna have to heal, I think. So fortunate. But let's see what this is. I don't know if any tiles can kill me, so let's hope. The deaths. All right. Okay, so 2 gold. choose 3 heroes to draw 1 card, or I could draw 3, so I will. I can prevent damage, we like that. We get my regenerating orb, we like that. And an upgrade, we like all of this. The main problem I have is I don't have enough CP to use all of it. The orb is free, but here's the catch. I can't use it right away, so let's see what I'm fighting first. Fighting a Raging Berserker, first strike. Get one of these King's Hand token, and roll 2 plus 1 more for each chaos, up to a maximum of 5 dice. Deal damage equal to the total roll value. So they could potentially do a lot of damage, a lot of variance there. On a failed offensive roll, gain a chaos. Unique defense. If you receive any damage as a result of an opponent's offensive roll phase, gain chaos. This applies even when attacked with an ultimate ability. So they just get stronger, period. So I might want to try to take advantage of knockdown with them, but it's going to be rough regardless. So on their first attack, they could potentially deal 12 damage right off the bat if they roll 2 6s. We're going to hope that doesn't happen. I want to get the extra health. 9 salves. So they're starting with 30 hit points, 4 CP. They do get first strike. I'm gonna risk it and not heal. I have this stupid bleed. They go first. There's so much going on right now. But I have the not this time. Keep us alive. Let's see what happens. They attack. They're looking for 3 whites and 1 red. They get what they're looking for. So they're going to roll 2 dice. They are doing 2 plus 1 more for each chaos. They have no chaos so far. They're dealing 4 damage to me. So I will do my duel. I succeed. Running 2 where I could deal. I'm going to deal the 3 damage, I think, and take the 4 damage. Faster I kill him, the better, I think. May regret this. Puts me at 2 health. Puts them at 27 health. I'll hold on to my evade for a bigger damage swing towards me. Okay. So on my turn, I get a reload, and I inflict bleed. Take a damage. I get a CP. Draw a card. I may discard this at some point, but let's see. But first things first. On my turn, I'm going to put out my regenerating orb. Then I'm going to use Transference 3, which lets me transfer this bleed over to them. And I'll bet you they'll roll 5 or 6 right away. That is all that I will do currently. Nope. I will discard the card I drew to draw another card. I will use this running gun right away here so we can see what the outcomes are. So on, lets me draw another card. Do I want to? I have no way to re-roll this, so I will draw another card. This gives me 2 CP. I will use this right away. That lets me put out my showdown 3. Oh, actually, I only had to pay the difference, so I only have to pay 1. I had showdown 2 out already. Okay, so that's everything. Alright, so the good news is they can't really defend. They just get stronger and stronger and stronger. I cannot heal yet, but I can after this turn because they attacked first. So let's attack. So 6, 6, 5, 4, 3. But knockdown versus them is really good. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to pistol whip. Might be a long one because of this, but we're going to get an evasive. We're going to inflict knockdown early. They're going to take 1 undefendable damage. We'll use both reloads. Keep the 3, reroll the 1. Alright, so that puts me at 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 undefendable damage. Plus another 6 from this empowered. So 12 undefendable damage. And that's it. So, end of turn. At the beginning of the turn, I could heal, which I'm going to do. I am going to spend 2. So I heal 6 per. 3 plus 1 plus 1, 5 plus this regenerating orb. Yeah, so I heal 12 total. Feels bad, but I have to do it. They get a chaos token because I did damage to them. And that's it. Man, they could still kill me. But very unlikely, so we're not going to worry about it. So, beginning of their turn, they lose 2 CP. They roll for blood, or for bleed. Of course, they get rid of it on their first try. The only epic against me. Now they're going to roll, and they're rolling for 3 white, 1 red. So they got their 3 white, and their 1 red. So they are going to roll 3 dice. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to duel them. I win the duel. I'm going to deal 3 damage back. And I'm going to use my not this time to prevent 6 of the 7 damage. So I take 1 damage. And that is their turn. So it is now my turn. At the upkeep, I get a reload. Draw a card. A 6-it. I get a CP. Don't think I spent my CP for my empowered. I'm not sure. I'll just remove it now in case. Worst scenario is I'm just gimping myself. Alright. Let's attack. Okay. So they have 12 health. I would need to get really lucky. Kill them this turn. Problem is they can hurt me pretty bad. What are my options here? What do I want to do? Yeah, I don't think I have much choice, so I'm going to just take cover. If I can get knocked down on them one more time, puts me in a good position to take no more damage after this. So let's do another pistol whip. So we're gonna get the evasive. Actually, well, I don't have it yet. So let's roll these 3 dice first. Okay, I have it now. That was close. I almost didn't get it. Okay, so I take the evasive. I'm gonna give them knockdown again, and I'm gonna deal 1 plus 2, so 3 undefendable damage. That's it. I am not. Maybe. Yeah, I am gonna heal. I have to heal, I think. Take another 6. That's probably being too protective, but it is what it is. So I'm at 18 health. They go. They also get another chaos token. Since I did damage, they get rid of their knockdown. That puts them at 0 CP. It's a lot of red. So they get what they're looking for. I can force them to re-roll that red die, which is what I'm going to do. For 1 CP, I'm going to force them to re-roll this. If they don't get a red again, then they're going to have to activate their hand first. They don't. So they don't get an offensive roll. So we're going to activate this. I may have made this worse for myself, actually. Let's see. Successful King's Hand. So I may have just made this worse for myself. So let's see if they succeed first. They're going to have to roll this. If they roll a 3, 4, 5, 6, they get another turn. They don't. Okay, so this works out. So they do no damage. Get another chaos token. Oh, they know that they failed an offensive roll, so yeah, they get a chaos token for that. They used their King's Hand token, failed, so they don't get another offensive roll phase. So now I go. On my turn, I get a reload. Then what happens after that? Too excited right now. I'm forgetting it. Okay, I draw a card. Hopefully I get my shield sometime soon. Okay, remove a status effect token from a chosen player. 3. So the next card should be my shield, because that's the last card in my deck right now. Okay, now I got a CP. I attack. Now I need to deal 9 damage. Or I need to just inflict knockdown. So I'm in a weird spot. If I get another 1, I inflict knockdown. But if I don't, I become vulnerable to a big attack. So hope I get a 1. I don't. Yeah, I don't, but I have a 6-it in my hands. So instead, we're going to do this. We're going to keep the 2 yellows, and we're going to hope to just roll a 6. If not, I'll make a dice of 6. Don't. So 5, 4, 3. Yeah. So I'm going to use a 6-it. Turn this one into a 6. Gonna let me flick knockdown with 1 plus. So 3 damage. Alright. And that's it for my turn. On their turn, I'm not going to heal. On their turn, they have to get rid of this knockdown. They have no CP, so they do not get an offensive roll phase. So we're in a pretty safe position right now. I just need to do 6 damage. Before all that dice, I need to draw a card. I get too excited here. I'm going to play this for the 1 CP that I get on the turn, and this just lets me defend. Every time I use my defensive ability, I automatically block a damage, which is good. Now my roll. What do I have here? I have enough to kill them, I think. I don't. 5, 4, 3. 5, 4. Yeah, wait. So I don't need 6, right? Okay. I just need a yellow. So let's yellow, a 2, for 6. Let me re-roll these 2. Okay, that's enough. I can do my take cover. They don't defend anything. They just get more chaos tokens every time they defend. So I gain invasive, which I can't take. I deal 6 damage. So the Raging Berserker dies. Dead. I get to roll loot. And I roll a 1. So not very exciting. I get a common loot. Maybe one day I will roll a 20. Okay. So that is the end of that encounter. Whew. Okay, I have 4 more encounters to go. I'm nearing the 2-hour mark, so I gotta kind of speed up a little bit. So we are going to loot first. I rolled a 4, so on a 4 I get a +3 damage, which hopefully won't get robbed from me right away. Let's flip this over. Ooh, I just destroyed my whole Everglades. I gain another loot. Spawn. Why does this look so funny? A purple. The minion gains first strike. Okay. It would have been a purple anyway. Another loot. There's my 20. Wow. So I do finally get a legendary card. For some reason my legendary cards are warped, which is kind of annoying. We don't like that, but what can I do? Okay. So let's fight. We are fighting a Chimera. This has got a nice foil, which means this is a promo card, I believe. It only needs 3 reds, but it gives me a level 4 reward. Triple threat. Deal 3 undefendable damage and roll 1. And then it does whatever. Either I get burn, knockdown, or bleed. On a failed offensive roll, roll 1. Oof. So this passive is not good. We want it to succeed. And then it defends and only deals damage, so can at least not prevent damage. 20 health, 4 CP. So let's see what we can do. It gets first strike, so I'm going to choose not to heal. And it's going to take its turn. It's going for 3 reds. So it does not get its 3 reds. So on a failed offensive roll, roll a dice. And on a white, do another offensive. Okay, so it does nothing on its turn. We'll take that. My turn. I get a reload during the upkeep. I get to draw a card. I have to shuffle my deck. I get a CP. I get my 6-it back. And I attack. Okay. So normally I'd want to get my knockdowns out. I don't know what burn is. Let's see what burn is real quick. Player afflicted with this token is dealt 2 damage during the upkeep phase. Oof. Okay, burn is not good because that's a persistent thing. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe getting knockdown out would be worthwhile, but so would also getting my bounty out. So, let's go for that. Let's reroll all these and see what happens. We are going to try. Let's just reroll all 3. Let's see what happens. The dice have told me what they wanted to do, so we are going to inflict our bounty. Deal 3 plus 2 reloads. So 4. So 2 from the undefendable damage, plus 1 from the bounty, plus another 4 damage from the reload. That puts us at 7, plus another 3 from this, and that's 10 damage, undefendable. Okay, they're going to take their turn. They're going for 3 reds. They do not get their turn, so they're going to try their passive. And they fail again. All right, we'll take it. So back to my turn. Got to get a CP. Grab my reload. Draw a card. I am at 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in my hand, so I don't have to worry about discarding. Let's attack. I feel like I might have accidentally flipped the dice, but I'm not sure. Let's just go for the Deadeye, undefendable damage. If I stop here, I don't have a shot at killing him this turn. We want to do some damage no matter what. I mean, I have a 6-hit, and I have a So Wild. I can force this to happen if I need to. I'd rather not if I don't need to. So we're just going to take the Bounty Hunter, play it a little bit safe, and we'll do 3 damage plus 3 plus 3 is 6. And that is it. They will go. I got a CP. That is not it. Now they take their turn. So they fail again. Let's see what happens. They do get their turn again. So they're going for 3 red. All right, so they do nothing again on an offensive roll phase. So yeah, I don't know. We'll take it. Seems a little kind to me, but we'll take the kindness. Anyway, my turn. Draw a card. Get a reload for the upkeep. Get a CP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in my hand. Attack. If I stop right now, I kill them, but they do get a defensive roll, which potentially can inflict poison, but I guess it's worth doing, so. Health, do they have 4 health? You know what? No. Let's go for the pistol whip. Got the pistol whip. 4, 5, 6. Let's just stick with the pistol whip. So I inflict knockdown. but I deal 2 undefendable damage plus a reload, so I just need to roll a 3 or higher. Wow, okay. So, they don't die. Can I do anything? Is it worth doing anything? Okay, I have this Wild West. When you spend a reload, you may reroll that die 1 more time. If you do, add an additional 1 damage to the outcome. So I'm going to, so no matter what I roll, it's going to die. It's because it's 1 undefendable damage, plus 1 from the bounty, plus 1 from whatever result I get, plus an additional 1, that's 4 damage. So I don't even need to roll. Okay. First time that card's been useful. So Chimera, you're gone. I do get to roll another 4 loot. 19 or a 9, I can't tell. I think it's a 9. Yes, it's a 9. For some reason the camera angle makes like hard to see depending on the angle. For some reason down here it looks. So 9 is a common card. You're racking up commons. Okay. 3 more tiles to go. Let's fix this. Let's take out this blue. Let's actually do the purple first, in case I have to kill. Okay. Oof. Okay. Yeah. Not good. Okay, so 3 gold. I discard a positive status, so I get rid of evade, and I'm burned. We don't like burn. Fight a blue. Oh wait, no, I fight a purple. The Death Seer, 15 health, 2 CP. Either do a lot of different things, and then it does damage, but it is defendable. It cannot defend, which is important. Okay. I mean, it cannot stop damage. Okay. So it has no chaos dice on it right now. So at the start of my turn, I get a reload token. I draw a card. Yeah, I will use this card right now. So on a 6, I give it bounty and knockdown. Knockdown would be pretty good, I think. So get it. So it immediately gets knocked down and bounty. Yeah. Okay, so I don't draw another card then. I do get a CP. And can I get rid of this burn? I think I take the burn damage already. But I can get rid of the burn. But this is an instant, so I could have done this before the burn goes off. Burn instance you can do at any time, so I could have done it before my upkeep. I think burn happens during your upkeep. No, before the start of their... No, during their upkeep. But instance you can do before your upkeep, so I'm just going to do that. Bye-bye burn. Otherwise I would have had to take the damage first and then do something about it. So now I'm going to attack. Has knocked down already. 6. I want to do as much damage as possible early on. So how can I do that? Getting a large straight, but I'm not in a good position for that. Going for 5 might not be too bad. We're going to go for 5. Got the 5. Let's go for the 2. Don't get it, but we do get to showdown. So we're each going to roll a dice. If mine is equal or greater, I'm going to deal 9 damage. Not, so I'm only dealing 6 damage. Womp womp. Okay. 6 plus 7 from this plus a reload. 10 damage. To the Death Seer, it is going to defend. On each yellow it gains a chaos. Then it deals 2 chaos damage to me. Okay. Now it is their turn. Knockdown. Got to set all this up. So they're down to 0 CP, so now I can knock them and prevent them taking their turns after this. I got a CP for bounty. Now they are going for 1 of each color, which they get on their first roll. Now we're going to roll 2 dice and see what they get. So they are going to get 2 more chaos. So they're at 4 chaos. 4 chaos. I get silenced. And then I take 7, 8, 9, 7 plus 4, 11 damage. But it is defendable. So let's see what I can do. I am silenced as well. First, I'm going to use my duel. Fail my duel. So they take 1 damage. I do have my shield, so I'm preventing 1 damage regardless of what happens. So that 11 damage, no matter what, will be 10. I will try to evade. Fail that evade, but I can change the value of any 1 die with a So Wild. Actually, before I do that, let me try to evade again. Okay, I don't need to do the So Wild, so I evade it just naturally. So I take no damage, but I am silenced. Okay, so that is the end of their turn. It is now my turn. I got to reload. Draw a card. I get a CP. I'm just going to attack. I need to deal 4 more damage. I may have accidentally just... Nope, I had a 6. So 6, 5. Alright, so we have undefendable damage going right now, but I would rather get it with the Bounty Hunter. So let's see. Let's reroll these first and see what I get. I might regret the way I did this. Well, let's see. I just need another 6. I got the worst of every possibility. So I will just deal revolver damage. 4 damage plus 1 with the bounty. I get a CP. They get to defend. 5 dice. Realized that's 7 damage. Yeah, definitely did that wrong. You know what? I will change one of mine to a 6 to just get that pistol whip. I'll risk it. It's fine. So I just have to roll. I failed this once before, so hopefully I don't fail it again. I just have to roll at least a 3 or higher on this reload, which I do. So 4 defendable damage. Death Seer doesn't even defend. I should have done it that way the first time, because I realized that no matter what, it's not if they roll, they automatically deal the chaos, and I already have 4 chaos, so I wouldn't have wanted to take that. So using a card is better. All right, 2 more encounters down. We are going to... so first I roll loot twice, the reward, the epic reward, and then I'm also going to be immediately rolling for the common. So let's do this twice. A 13 and an 11. So a 13 is 3 gold, an 11 is 1 gold, so 4 more gold. Okay. What we face. Town center, discard one randomly, all other heroes draw one. Randomly get rid of this. Oh wait, all other heroes draw, so. Right? I am fighting the Wither Elf. It's going for straights, 13 HP, and 2 CP. It does defendable damage, so let's see what I do first. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think I can kill them in one turn. So this silence goes away. Get rid of that last round. I draw a card. Getting paid. Hold on to that. Since I have a lot of CP, I might need the card. I might need it for, I don't know. I probably should just use it, but let's see. I roll. It can prevent damage, but what do I want to do? I guess let's get this bounty out if possible. Don't like any of this. So a pretty bad roll overall. I'm just going to be dealing 4 damage plus my reload. Actually, I'm not going to use my reload. Just 4 damage. They roll 5. They don't successfully defend, so they take 4 damage. Their turn. They're going for straights. Going to keep the 3 and the 5. 2. So they end up with nothing. That's good for me, so they don't get any benefits when they get nothing. So it is my turn. Get a reload. Get a CP. I draw a card. More CP. Not what I wanted. I attack. I can do 6 damage and an evasive. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna go for the Lark straight. So 5, 4, 3, 2. We need a 1 or a 6. I get neither, so I can do the showdown instead with the small straight. And we get it successfully. So we're dealing 9 damage. They get to defend. They do defend. So it's 9. So they block 5. So they take 4 damage. Okay. So it's their turn. They at least got their small straight. That's all they get, so they're going to deal 5 damage to me. Do my duel. So it's a tie, so we're dealing 5 damage. I reduce that by 3 plus 1, 4, so I take 1 damage. Okay. Out of reload tokens. I forgot to use one last turn. I probably should have. Oh well. I draw a card. Got my big damage card right before the last guy. 2, 3. So we like that. I get a CP. I attack. 6, 6. So I think we will keep what we have. This lets me inflict bounty. which I don't know where my bounty token. Oh, there's my bounty. So they get bounty. So I'm going to deal 3 undefendable damage using the 2 6s and the 1 and the 2. That makes it 3 undefendable damage. I'm going to use 1 reload token and do the extra damage I need to kill them. So they die. I got a CP. They only had 5 health, so that was 5 damage. I get loot. I roll a 16. On a 16, I get 3 gold. And now I fight the final boss. Flip this over. So I get 2 more CP, 3 more gold. I spawn the legendary monster, and it comes with an additional King's Hand. Okay, so we are fighting a Whispering Death. This is what it does. It's possible to ignore all damage. I don't know why. I feel like we fought him already. Not sure, but something we fought feels close to this. But 30 health, 2 CP. I mean, that 2 CP is pretty good for us. We might be able to knockdown lock. They don't have first strike, but they do have 2 King's Hands tokens. So I will take my turn first. I will not heal yet. I will get a reload, draw a card. I will attack. I would like to get a bounty out if possible. I have 6 cards in my hand, so let's go for a bounty. Let's roll all 5 first. Instead, let's get an evasive, like knockdown, and we'll just deal 1 plus whatever I roll for these. So that's 6 damage, 7, plus an empowered, which lets me do another 6. So we're going to do 13 damage on our first roll. Spend a CP, and that is it for my turn. On their turn, they have to get rid of the knockdown. Puts them at 0 CP. They're going to attack. They're going for all reds. So they deal 3 collateral damage, which means I could try to avoid it, but I cannot use my duel. The damage is dealt to all opponents. If you only have one opponent, I get withered and silenced. What's wither? A player would, with a wither token, would deal damage as a result of reduce that damage by 1 per wither. That's not too bad. That could have been worse. Basically, would counteract my bounty if I had it out. Which hopefully I get it out. Okay, so it is my turn. I get a reload token. I draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 cards, so I don't have to discard yet. Up to 13 CP. I attack. 6. 5. We're just going to go for another pistol whip. Or are we? So instead, we get our Deadeye, which also inflicts knockdown. Didn't even have to spend anything to do that. So we're dealing D8 plus 3, 11 undefendable damage, -1 for the Wither. Could have transferred the Wither over. I forgot to do it, but oh well. So 10 undefendable damage. They get knocked. They have knockdown, so they have to pay this. So they don't get an offensive. Well, I think they do. Well, I think they can use their hand to see. Let's see, King's Hand. No, they didn't even get an offensive roll phase, so I still think they don't get to roll for the King's Hand. I'm not 100% sure how that actually works. Yeah, it's only if they fail to activate an ability on their offensive roll phase, and they don't even get an offensive roll phase. So it comes back to me. You draw a card, get a better D, DP. So we're going to reroll all these. Roll these. Yeah, I mean, that's it, really. I can force my ultimate to go off, but I don't need to. Because I only need to do 7 damage. And I'm doing 8 undefendable damage right now, plus my reload token, which will cancel out the Wither. So yeah, that's it. So I'm at about almost 3 hours again. No matter how fast I try to make this game go, it goes slower. So let us do the final loot phase, or the final purchase phase. First I get a loot from that. And I roll a natural 20, so I get another legendary card. So that's and believe I can just pay 20 gold right now to unidentify. So that's what I'm going to do. Forgot to take this salve as well. So I'm down to 7 again. Alright, so these are my 2 legendary cards. Black Belt 2, equipment. When an incoming attack is undefendable, you may pay 1 to roll your defense. That's pretty good. Twice this value of wild 4. Change the values of any 2 dice, but it costs nothing. So we take this out. Back in the box. Yeah, that Black Belt 2 is going to be pretty strong, I think, especially with the shields. But you can only have 2 equipment out, so I don't know. That part stinks, but it's not too bad. I also would be getting what? I would get to shop 4 cards. Generous, which I'm just gonna sell. Another card that's not really useful for me, but it can't be sold. That stinks. Oh, I think that's just an automatic upgrade. I don't know why it's a 2. I don't know why it can't be sold though. Reroll a loot die. Probably won't do that either. And when rolling a loot die, you may choose to reroll it 1 time. An equipment, so I probably will not take that. So I'm at 25 gold. Let me just check the shop phase. I could buy any of those if I wanted to. Sell unidentified loot cards, 5 each. So 1, 2, 3. Have an epic in my hand, but I'll probably sell it. But I'm curious what it would have been. It would have been a generous 3, which also not great for me. So, well, getting 4 is actually not too bad, but I sold it. So that puts me at 30, 35, 40, 45 gold. Okay. I cannot sell any of the cards that are given to me, so that's it. Yeah, so I end the game with 45 gold. So let's see what my final score will be. So I started with, I believe, 7 salves. I finished with 7. Sorry, 20 plus 7 plus another 9. That's 16, 36. So 41 points, I think, for this session. So I will update the campaign sheet, and you'll see it at the next video. Anyway, this has been a long one. Trying to find ways to speed this up. I don't know if I'm just a slow player or what the deal is, but this is almost 3 hours. I will try to cut down some of it, so maybe it'll be like a 2.5 hour long video. If you like these, please leave feedback. Let me know if I have any rules mistakes. Other than that, I can use the subscribe or two on YouTube. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing this. It's kind of fun. Anyway, I will see you later. This is Whackasm out.